What is up? What is up? What is up, everyone? Everyone! It is another day, another time, and another week for a word from the web. You all. Look, for the first time ever, I am actually doing a word from the web on my Revjhg3ministry's Facebook page. You all, I am excited about that. But not only am I excited about that, but I have my sister, Miss Tweets, talks up in the building with me on the night. How are you doing,
Yes,
sis?
yes, y'all. I am here. What is up? What is up? How are you, bro? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. And there's a special reason why we are doing a combined episode on tonight. And the reason why we are doing our first ever combined episode tonight for Facebook and YouTube is because y'all are getting two episodes from us, and we have with us a world renowned actress, a manager. She does it all. And I'm talking about none other than Apostle Veryl Howard. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing well. I pray that you all are blessed as well. I'm always excited just to be alive. How about that?
Oh,
I
yes,
got some
ma'am.
folks who have left the face of this earth, and I lost a dear friend last week. So I am just grateful to still be here to fulfill whatever purpose it is that God has for my life. So happy to be here.
We are happy to have you. And tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my sister start it off with asking you the questions, and then I'll go from there.
All right. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and ask you some questions, and I know you know your stuff. So because we've talked previously, and y'all, she was actually in a series called Double Crossed, and she was wonderful in that role. I seen her doing her thing. She was doing her thing in that role. They're actually having a new season. What month does that come out? This month?
We're out. We're out now. We're actually in the fifth season as the number one show. We're now on this Thursday will be our fourth episode. We come out
What network?
we're on All Black TV Network. We're also on Amazon Prime, and we're also it's a lot of different streaming sites. We're in partnership with our promotions with WeTV, but we've been out now, so you're 3 episodes behind for this season. This
Okay.
Thursday will be the fourth episode, so it's been juicy. Oh my God, it's been juicy.
Okay. So y'all go ahead and check that out. That's on the All Black Network and it's called Double Cross. So y'all go ahead and check that
Double
out. So, first question I have for you is as a producer, do your films have any
Actress.
important message?
She's an
I'm
actor.
sorry. Well, she produces some films too.
Oh, okay, okay,
doing
okay, okay.
actress. Just let's say we're doing actress.
Okay. So, as an actress, is there any particular roles that you enjoy playing the most?
Huh. I enjoy the roles that God allows me to play. The one with Double Cross is totally different from the movie I'm on called The Wesley Christmas Wedding, which is in its second season. We had a three-picture deal with BET Plus that came
Oh,
out in the December time, and it's still on. It's with me, Dorian Wilson, Jasmine Guy, TC Carson. It's just a list of an all-star cast. And that role I actually play a pastor. So in that role, it's a little different from Double Cross. And prior to that, I just came off of a play that was called the Weekend Play, and that play is directed by one of the directors of Double Cross, named Gil Nelson. That was a whole different type of character. So in that particular character, I was a sassy grandmama with two grandchildren who were like 7 and 8, who were little smart aleck grandchildren, and I was bougie, so I had to give one type of personality to that. Then on the Wesley, then of course a pastor, which I am every day because I'm an apostle. But acting is a little different when you have lines that you have to remember. That's the challenge. And
mhm.
then from there with Double Cross, she's bad. That is not a religious, though the directors and the producers are Christians. That is
Mhm.
not a religious, faith-based movie. That is a movie about a TV series. Let me say TV series. That is a TV series about the raw business of child sex trafficking. So it is real. The writer Crystal Gibson and her brother director Howard Gibson, they do a phenomenal job of depicting child sex trafficking during this hour, this time period that we're in. So I'm feisty, honey, on that one.
Okay. So when or what happened in your life that made you realize that you wanted to be an actress, I'm sorry.
Well, to be honest with you, I've been wanting to be one since I was a little girl. And my parents, both deceased now, were extremely educated. And I was always very, very animated, even from a child. And my dad and mom were like, no, you're going to go get college degrees. You're not going to, do this acting thing. And so I was born crippled. So my mom put me in beauty pageants and things to polish me up. And so I started even modeling, and that made me even more interested in being an actress. But I was trying to fulfill their plan for my life. They said, no, go to college and do this. So I went to college and I got all these degrees, about 7 or 8 degrees. And that desire to act still came back around with all this white hair. And so I said, well, God, maybe if I had done it when I was 20 something or 30 something, I might have been washed up by now because I might not have been ready for this industry because this industry is no joke. And so now that I'm prayed up, fasted up, understand my assignment while acting, understand that God only opens the platforms because He has me there to minister to somebody. So it's a little different now. So God knew what He was doing by not putting me in early. I see another radio friend host of mine, Anna Stevenson, on here. Anna, tell everybody we on. We are now on now. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay. So you mentioned that you've done several different roles. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not an actress, but I will tell you, not many people can go in between roles like that. Normally, when you see somebody playing maybe like a villainous kind of character, they will be in a villainous character in every role going forward. So for you, how were you able to do that? You said that you were able to play a pastor in one role. I mean, how easy is that for you to switch?
I think
Do
it's
you
a
have any
gift.
preparations or anything?
I think it's a gift. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think it's a gift because it's a lot of people out here who want to be in this acting world, and I also do casting. That's the other thing you were trying to say. Casting
Yeah,
director. I cast for shows, so I look at other people who are interested in getting in shows, and everybody wants to be an actress after they send in little tapes or whatever. And I don't think that they did their homework. I don't think that they learned the role or even practice trying to, for example, accents. That's a gift. But you can learn different accents by practicing accents if you want to roll. I have a friend that I casted in Double Cross. She's American, but she speaks Spanish with a Spanish accent. And she's practiced it and she speaks with a Jamaican accent. So I think it's a gift, but then you still have to practice, if that makes any sense. You know what I
definitely
mean?
very
You
true.
definitely have to put something behind that gift. But the gift comes natural. Everybody doesn't have it. When I got picked to be in Double Cross in season 3, I was a casting director and the actual writer, Crystal Gibson, she said to me, I think you can play this role. She said, I really think you can play this role. And she said, so it's pretty much like a natural. So I said, welcome to our annual auction where the highest bidder will receive something so very pure and special with love and obedience. And so, by her giving me that opportunity in season 3, the networks liked me. So they were like, bring her back. And so they brought me back in season 4, brought me back in season 5, and now I've been in every episode.
Okay. Okay, so what is your why? Most people that kind of have the dual skills that you have, and you've accomplished a lot of things because we've talked before. And what's your reason why you've decided to go forward in being an actress? Why you've accomplished your degrees? What would you feel like? What keeps you going?
God. I don't have any other way to say it because I didn't know I would be here at this juncture in my life. Like I told you, I wanted to do this a long time ago. I used to dance, tap dance, Hawaii dance, ballet dance. I won competitions. I've always been interested in the arts. And also I play a lot of instruments. Um, but my life turned around and I did all that schooling and everything else. So I just thought my dream was done with. I said, oh well, it's over with. And then I started representing national recording artists. So I started putting everything I had inside of me into them. So I served as a midwife to them to help them bring their dreams to fruition for many years, almost 30 years now. I've been helping others birth their dreams and whatever it is that God has called them to do. And so the Lord said to me, I had not forgotten about you. He said, I am a redeemer of time. He said, I know your hair is
Mm,
white. I know your shape is different. I know you're not 20 some, even 30 some years old, but I haven't forgotten about you. And he said, I'm an
mhm,
on time God. He said, I can do anything but fail when I want to, how I want to. I can speed up things for you. So when God told me that, he placed me in the positions to be seen and people recognize my servitude with everybody else, and they recognize that I have been unveiled. There's something called unveiling where you become
mhm,
seen. You- There was an
mhm,
unveiling of me. Like, okay, there she is. And so the Lord said, I'm never too late. Too late. He said, your latter days shall be greater.
greater.
So
Come
I
on.
Mhm,
believe that it's just heightening. It's just going greater. I was on the phone, and let me just say this. And I don't mean to just talk, talk, talk. Let me just say
no,
this.
that's it. It's fine.
When you move out in the timing of God and you let God do things and you just wait on God and you aren't anxious, because the Bible says to be anxious for nothing, do everything with prayer and supplication. I had gone past the anxious stage. I had learned how to sit and just wait on God and let God do. And even though there were times I got disappointed, I got discouraged, I got grieved because I was seeing other people do the things that I really wanted to do, and I was not moving out in those things. So with that, I had to tell myself, God is still there. He still hears you. There's still hope. There's still an opportunity for you. It is not too late for God. And so when I finally lined up in the manifestation of the time that God had already ordained for this to happen,
Mhm,
then it was able to happen. And I didn't make it happen. I didn't manipulate it. I didn't, you understand? Because I had
mhm,
accepted the waiting. I had accepted the resting in God. And so when he did it, he's just been doing it quickly. And I tell people he's given me favor. I mean, like today I've been on the phone with film producers. Who does that? That are like friends. They call me up, I pray for them and everything else because my assignment in this industry, whatever I'm doing with acting, is first my assignment from God as to why he even has me there.
mhm. Come on now, Apostle. I didn't forgot all about the questions I'm supposed to be asking. You didn't given us a word. But I think that is a beautiful thing to be able to recognize that. And to everybody that's watching, that she's talking truth, but she's also talking about reality. The reality is that we all go through a waiting period in our life. And sometimes it may seem like a dark season, but we're still in a waiting season. So that is awesome. Our next question I want to ask you is what advice would you give another up and coming actor or actress in their career, in their journey?
You need to get prepared because God puts the gift on you if you have that gift, but you got to get prepared. One thing, I was on the track yesterday. TV puts 15 pounds on you. Okay. So I'm 15 pounds heavier than when we shoot. So I was on it. It did a lot of snoring in the DMV, a lot. So I wasn't out jogging and exercising, and I stopped my little plan I had with the gym because during COVID they kept running my bill on my card. So
Mhm,
I picked up a little chunk weight. So I was telling somebody I'm about to shoot again. So I gotta get this body in shape. You need to be in good health. you know
mhm,
the industry is kind of prejudiced. They want you to look a certain way. I'm up there next to women who are size 2, size 4, size 6, and they 20 and 30. You feel me? I ain't
mhm,
any of that. So I have to keep my body in shape. I got to take care of my skin. I got to eat right, try to eat healthy. And every now and again, something very unhealthy calls my name, like 5 bags of chips. And then I've got to stay on top of my game with my memory. Sometimes
Oh yeah.
practicing scripts and things. I keep my memory sharp. And
Mhm.
then on top of that, you have to be flexible to travel. If you get an audition in a particular city and you don't live in that city and you really want this thing, you better get on a plane, bus, train, car, whatever you got to do to get there and get the audition. We just did auditions 2 weeks ago for another movie. There were people who
Mhm.
flew from LA to DC, Memphis
Mm.
to drove from Memphis to DC, Cleveland to
Drove. Wow.
DC, Connecticut to DC, Alabama to DC. Now, that made a world of a difference to people who are looking at you, casting you, because they're saying, okay, you're making this type of sacrifice. You feel me?
Mhm.
So you have to be willing to sacrifice. You also got to be willing to invest in you. I find out the body of Christ, because I'm going to talk real tonight. Everybody got a
Yep.
handout. Everybody wants something for free. Don't nobody want to invest in them. Don't nobody want to do what it takes to elevate, to shift. They want somebody to just give it to them. You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in
That's
pictures. You
right.
got to invest in. I'm gonna talk real to you right now. With Double Cross, let me
That's
tell you
right.
what I did. Every season, I bought my own clothes. Now, mind you, they do the clothes. They have hair, they have makeup, they have fashion, they have all of that. But I knew that I wanted to look a certain way. So the
Mhm.
director gave me liberty to buy my own clothes. I spent thousands of dollars, this is real talk, on white outfits. And when I went, I might have taken 7 white outfits. Then when I got there, the person who's over our dress, who determines how we look for each episode, he looked at my outfits and he picked out what he wanted me to wear, down to the earrings. But those were my outfits that I had already purchased, tried on, and I knew I looked a certain way in. I wanted to invest in me. So you have to be able to invest in you. And a lot of people don't want to do that. If you need a trainer, if you need an acting coach, you serious about this, get an acting coach. Get somebody to teach you how to cry on the spot. Get somebody to teach you how to do all the different projections. Invest in you so you can be, this is a hard game out here. So you can be
I had no
competitive
idea.
in this and have an edge. You know what I'm saying? So you got to
Mhm.
do that. In addition to God putting a favor on you and unveiling you and giving you a
Mhm.
gift.
I wouldn't have never, a lot of times, a lot of us look at TV, we look at movies, and we see the finished product. I had no
Hmm.
idea until you just spoke about it. There's so much goes into it, to kind of preparing to be this person, especially if it's
Well,
somebody that you have to be that's out of character. It's
Hmm.
totally out of character. You really got to put on a show, for lack
You
of
really
any other
do
way of
because
explaining it.
you really do, because that character, Diane, my character, she's the right hand person to Timac, who was Bruce Leroy Green in The Last Dragon, and he's selling children.
Oh,
So that little part that I did for you all, I was selling children to multimillionaires and billionaires. I was auctioning off children. During season 4, I stole the baby outside of the hospital. Now in season 5, I'm not going to tell all that goes down, but for those who have watched the first 3 episodes, they see me getting into it with another one. We're called mothers. The mothers that work with the sex trafficking ring. They see me getting into it with a younger girl who wants to be a mother and take my spot. So I had to get into character about that dialogue back and forth with her, because I said, I wanted to tell her she had lost her mind. You understand? So I had to flip right into that character
right.
with her and make it convince the person that that's who you really, you know what I'm saying, that that's who you
Mhm.
really are. It has to be believable. And then
Absolutely.
let me
Mhm.
tell you this, when you're acting, they have somebody that's on the side who's called your script person. They're your script supervisor, right? So when you learn your
Mhm.
lines and it's time to shoot, the script supervisor, I'm gonna pull this, he sits there with a pad. He's got every line you supposed to say. If you don't say every line, they'll stop it and come to you and say, you were supposed to say this. I remember he came to me one time, I had to catch my little attitude because I said something like instead of the. Okay. And I told him, I said, listen, I can't get this perfect. I said it to him just like that. And he looked at me and he said, well, I'm just trying to help you. This is how it was written in the script. I said, yeah, but I got a little bit of my flavor up in there. I can't get it perfect. So there's a real script supervisor that is on set with us to make sure we saying what that writer wrote.
Wow, that's deep. I never would have thought that. That you're not just convincing the viewers, you're convincing the cast, everybody that's watching, everybody is so you're under the gun for lack of a better term. You're under the gun like all the time. That is awesome. I mean, it makes for a good show though. It definitely does.
Mhm. You get
Okay,
up a
so
work like that. You get up a work
yeah,
like that too, because on our set there's other directors that came out, and directors kicking with directors. You know what I mean? So they stop by each
mm,
other's filming thing or whatever. And there was another director there. He was on set, and actually two of them. And he said to me, "That's how I got my job in the play because the director said to me, 'I want you in the play when you get home.'" I was like, "Cool." And he had directed one of my scenes. He's like, "I want you in the play." I was like, "Cool." And then another director said, "I'm writing a script around you." He's in LA. I call him up monthly. "When you gonna send me my script? When you gonna send me my script?" But I'm trying to get my body in shape so I can be ready when he send me my script. He was like, "I'm gonna
right.
develop a script around you." But if he wasn't on set and I hadn't done a great job to him, I might not have gotten that opportunity for another film.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay, so when you think about being an actress, who are some of your biggest influences? Some people that you may have watched growing up, some people that you may even watch now. Who are some of your influences that you just love to see in action?
When I tell you my influence, both of y'all are probably too young to even know who she is. It's somebody my mama used to play over and over and over, and I fell in love with her as a little girl, and that is Barbara Streisand.
Of
She's
course,
my
I know who
favorite, one
she
of my
is.
favorite actresses. Y'all are too young to know about her. She had a movie called Funny Girl. You ought to go look it up. And not only
I may
is
look a
I
little
Barbara,
love
young,
Barbara Streisand.
huh?
Yeah, I know who that
she
is. I know who that is.
she may
You
be
not too young,
older,
Reverend James?
No,
but
no, no. I know who that
she
is.
she may be an older actress, but a lot of her work has extended out until I'm trying to think of one of her latest. Um, didn't she play in a TV show? I can't think of the name of it, but I know that she played in a TV show as well. And so her work she may have started out really early as a
Fockers.
little
She was
girl and
on
got
that
older.
show, The Fockers. Remember The Fockers?
That's
That
what it is.
crazy
Yeah, yeah,
The
Hmm.
Fockers.
exactly.
But she has I see my people on here. Elder Tarver's on here. Y'all share, 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 share. Claudia's on here. Share, 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 share. But The Fockers, that isn't anything compared to all the work that she has done. Go check her out, look her up. I could never get bored with Barbara Streisand. I like some of the older back in the day actors because they didn't have all the aviance we have now. They didn't have the green screens. They didn't have the extra technology stuff. They didn't have the sci-fi. They didn't have the stuff that changes your voice. They didn't have the type of stunt people we have. They did some of their own stuff. So I like people like you're probably too young for this. One of my favorite, I had a crush on him, Hugh Brenner. He was with the Ten Commandments, who played Pharaoh.
Yeah, you might
He
have got me with
acted his
that one.
behind out. Ten Commandments. He's one of my favorites. So a lot of them are some of the ones from back in the day, even before my time, because as a little tiny girl, my mother, certain things my mother used to watch all the time. I would just sit and watch Shirley Temple. Okay, I'm over 50. So some of those people I just I just thought they were the bomb.com actors because they could act, they could sing, they could dance, they were animated, it was a different day.
Okay, so I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, where they can contact you for work. or just to see your content. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of clips with double cross, and I really enjoyed it. You were like a totally different person. So tell everybody where we can find you.
Did you say for work? Say that word again.
For work, for work. Where can we holler at her for
Work?
work?
Say
Yes,
that word
work.
again. Robert James, you haven't opened your mouth all night. You don't have nothing to say. I know you
Yes,
got plenty to
ma'am.
say. You
She
ain't got no
asked
question
me.
for me,
She
Robert
asked
James.
my
What?
questions for me. She asked my questions. She asked my questions that I had given her for me. But
Um,
I have definitely enjoyed this interview. Like you have definitely given me some things to think on, and I
You
enjoyed
see a
it.
film producer watching. Hey, Joel, see my people up on here. They was trying to get on here at 7. They are up
Yeah,
on
I do
here.
apologize. That was on me. I work a 9 to 5 as well, and
That's
they ended up keeping us a
okay.
little longer than we were supposed to. And so, with that being said, it kind of pushed us a little bit behind.
Coming through though, Doc. They coming through. I'm getting them ready for Michael. That's all. We just getting them ready for Michael. I'm setting it up for Michael. But for work, faith management, talent casting. Because in addition to acting, which Reverend James did not ask about, I represent national recording gospel artists such as Dietrich Haddon, Joaquin Williams, who has received several number ones, Grammy nominated with Dietrich. Also have Titus Showers. I have several. Ashford Saunders from Sunday Best, who sings Millions Didn't Make It. I got to give shout outs to my people. I can't come on here and not give shout outs to my people.
Man,
But so faith management and talent casting. And my number, well, they could come on my Instagram. Don't hit me up on Instagram for no work. Don't do that because you might not get an answer. They can hit me up on Facebook. I will answer you. But my sites are Apostle Veryl Howard on everything, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my TikTok, even on my MySpace.
oh man, you took them back with the MySpace.
And I don't even know. Hey, Diamond. Hey, Doris. My peeps are it. My help is here. Hey, y'all. Doris is from North Carolina. My people are here. Anna's from Florida. Jewel is from here. Claudia is from Richmond. Elder Tara is on here. She's from South Carolina. My peeps are in the building. But you can reach me. Just go to Veryl Howard. Just Google me. I'm all up in there.
Ah,
Apostle Veryl
yes.
Howard.
All right. And y'all stay tuned because we not done yet. We still have one more interview that we about to drop for y'all. It, it was only right for Tweet Talks and Revjhg3ministries. If we're gonna combine, we gotta combine with some fire. And we want to thank you again for giving us this opportunity to interview you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And y'all stay on. My boy Michael Chin is coming on.
All
Beep,
right.
beep.
All right.
Peace.
See y'all
Thank
in a little
you.
bit.
all
Bye.
right.